Hey, good morning, my friends. Today is Thursday, August 15th, 2024. I, of course, with Originator Success, here with your daily mortgage rate update, the only place on the web where you guys get to join me live each and every weekday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, broadcasted to you on Facebook and on YouTube. If you're here this morning, say good morning. If you are watching on the replay, you were here. Also, don't forget to smash that like button, tag a hello friend, share us in the group. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, click the thumbs up, all that good stuff. Remember, you can sign up for our free email lock advice to your inbox, www.ratelockadvice.com. That's already gone out this morning. You can get that, use that, steal that, grab content from it. You could brush your teeth with it. Anything that works for you that helps you, you're welcome to do that. You can also sign up for our text alerts, www.ratetextalerts.com. We send out a morning and afternoon wrap-up text as well as alerts when you need to protect your pipeline. It looks like the markets are moving, so you can sign up for those. They are expensive. They are $7 a month. All right. So you may have to, kind of cut back on some things, but I know you can do it. Check us out at originatorssuccess.com or rate.com. If you want to be reminded that I'm going every morning, I text just to give you the links so you don't have to forget or depend on the social channels to remind you that I'm going live. Check us out at hmmr.io/reminder. Last but not least, check us out at originatorssuccess.com. Find out how we help you get loans from Google and social media. Again, although I love talking about rates and pricing each and every day, what my team does, what we're really good at is helping you get loans from Google. We got friends that get calls from Google. You help you generate reviews. We give you a website that actually converts. Check us out. We'll tell you all the details. So, all right, let's go ahead and say hello. Who we got here this morning? Let's say hi to all the live folks. Let's see what we got going on. Benoit Babu, good morning, sir. Great to have you here. First one on. Hello, and thank you for being here this morning. James Mahan, great to have you here. Cindy Pulliam, good morning. Ron Siegel, good morning, sir. Today is National Lemon Meringue Pie Day. I love me some lemon meringue pie. Let me know in the comments, do you like lemon meringue pie? Key lime pie, whipped key lime pie is probably my favorite, but a good lemon meringue pie is probably a close second or third. Love banana cream pie. I love pie. Who doesn't love pie? If you don't love pie, there's something wrong with you. But definitely some lemon meringue pie. Let me know in the comments. Good morning, Mallory Fodiatis, Nicole Semerad, Greg Donald. Great to have you here, sir. Let's see who else we got. Angela Walters, Deb Dickinson, good morning. Michael Love, Amy Blauser, Chris Burleson, Mike Tebow. Nicole is definitely in for some lemon meringue pie. Mallory, we all have to get together and have some lemon meringue pie. Mark Clark said, if it's not chocolate, it's not dessert. It's only a snack. I love chocolate too, man, but come on. Sometimes I feel like some fruit. James Mahan, good morning, sir. Mark Clark, great to have you here. All right, y'all, let's get into the good stuff. Again, appreciate all of you for joining me this morning. Unfortunately, rate sheets this morning, though, are taking a smashing. They're getting beaten up, y'all. It's not good. Basically, what happened is retail sales this morning came in much hotter than expected. I'm going to go ahead and pop this on the screen for you. Come on. There you go. All right. Oh, I didn't share my screen. Hold on. Got to share my screen. Bum, bum, bum. Here you go. Okay. So you can see it right here. Take a look down here in the corner. You know what? Let's zoom in on this. Let's see if it will. All right. I'm going to have to refresh this. So let's just go ahead and refresh this. And while that happens, I'll go here. So anyway, rate sheets are taking a smashing this morning. Unfortunately, you can take a look here. Mortgage-backed securities down 29 basis points to start the day. You could see and it's just kind of lack anything. And then we've got a whole situation here where things were just settled and quiet, right? So we saw things here. They were just settled and quiet. This morning opened up and we were just continuing along, right? And this is why yesterday I said to lock some loans, especially anything closing over the next couple of weeks. This morning we got retail sales data. It came in much hotter than expected. Let's go ahead and do some refreshes on the headlines, and we will see that come up here. Basically came in at one. Here you go. Stocks jump after retail sales blow past forecasts. Came in at 1%. and it was expected to come in at, I think, 0.4. So much higher. What does this show? This shows economic strength. Now, reprice risk on the day is low. We don't have to worry too much about losing ground here. Basically, bonds lost ground hard and fast this morning when the data came out, but we haven't seen a big sell-off after that. You can see that it right here, it just kind of lost ground. Now, take a look. Let's go ahead and flop this over to the 10-year Treasury. And I want to show you, we see the exact same behavior. Look at this. Yields were really calm, open this morning, calm, and then bow, just jumped up to 3.94. The 10-year Treasury yield had been at 3.84. Jumped to 3.94, 10 basis points on that movement. And I bring this up for a reason. It's very important to see just how big of a move we've seen here, because retail sales came in hot, but here is the spending reality. Consumers are spending money they don't have, but they're not feeling it, because when people are, and I know this from experience, y'all, when I was younger, I racked up credit card debt, had to claim bankruptcy when the mortgage business was tanking. I was, extending myself on credit. And as long as you're making those monthly payments, that monthly minimum, that it's going up, that you're paying all this interest, but you don't feel it. It's not like going to the ATM and coming up blank, right? So as long as you still have credit to draw on, that this is bad, but you're not feeling it. And that's basically the average American and them being in denial on debt and how it works. And again, I'm not judging. I've been there. I know what this is like. I speak from experience. And my point bringing this up is, we're not going to see the economy tank into some heavy recession until we see credit get a lot harder to come by, right? And that's kind of our thing there. Good morning, Philip Zahler. Great to have you here. Nathan Einkorn, great to see you. The outlook has changed, Joe. We have to definitely be aware. Rates are likely to creep up. Let me bring this up. Let's pop this over here. Let me do this shared screen. Now I got to do this. Shared screen. Come on. Why is it not? It's not cooperating. Hold on a minute. I don't know. Let me try this one. There you go. All right. Well, that works. So anyway, taking a look here. Look at Mortgage News Daily, look at rates where we've been, right? We were at around 6.5, jumped up a little bit, came back down. Yesterday was a good day for rates. And that's why I moved to a position of locking anything closing within the next couple of weeks. Consider locking anything that was closing in 15 to 30. I am now moving into a full on stance of lock anything closing in the next couple of weeks. Also, lock anything closing in the next 30 days. Anything between now and September before the next Fed meeting, I would look to lock it up. I'll tell you what, if we do not get another really weak labor report that first week of September, rates are going to continue to move up. And between now and then, rates are likely to creep a bit higher. So even if we do get a good report, it's likely to see things kind of move down a little bit. So keep that going on. Keep that on your brain, if you will. The outlook, rates are likely to creep up as traders give up on dreams of big Fed rate cuts. Now take a look here at the Fed rate futures. We are now in September to 3/4 of the probability being for a 1/4 point rate cut. Now, I know, Ron, that you think that we're going to see 1/2 point. You may be, are you weakening on that stance yet? Are you giving up on that yet? We would have to see a really weak report. The inflation data that came in yesterday came in showing inflation is down. I mean, when you look at headlines, look at some of these headlines, by the way. We see headlines, the best inflation since 2021. Where is that inflation headline? It was on here. I saw it this morning. But anyway, I mean, like, you're seeing these headlines that are like, oh, inflation is fantastic, blah, 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 blah. But then you turn around and you look at this and you see, oof. Now, this morning, I saw a big jump on Fed futures. Before retail sales, it was only about a 60% expectation of a quarter point cut, and it jumped to 75% after that. Also, if we compare that to where we were at just a week ago, the expectation was 55% a week ago that we would see a half point cut, now down to less than 25%, right? That is a big difference on where we're at. We're getting back to where we were a month ago, where it was a 90% expectation of a quarter point cut. And that's likely to grow. I think we're going to see this number continue to grow, and markets moving back to the idea that we will only see a quarter point cut in September. And by December, it's basically a coin flip between 3/4 of a point or a full point. This was actually 4.26 and 4.24 a few minutes ago. It is barely moved to where it is now. The greater expectation being 3/4 of a point cut for the end of the year. I think that's going to grow. I think this is going to minimize. I think these are going to disappear. Again, remember, after the jobs data 2 weeks ago, huge market overreaction. You had talking heads, talking about an emergency Fed rate cut. Now markets back to pricing in this. Shows you what's going on. Shows you how that sentiment moves and how it shifts. And that's really the key here. A September cut is still likely. Markets now accepting it will only be a quarter point. Coin flip on whether we see 3/4 of a point or full point cuts by the end of the year. We're not likely to see any improvement in mortgage-backed securities today or the 10-year Treasury yield that's going to help us. Right now, mortgage-backed securities, again, currently at about minus 32 basis points. It's going to bump rate sheets. Hopefully you locked some loans yesterday when we were suggesting it. I'm moving the rest of them over to kind of a locking stance now because I just don't like the direction we're going. Jobless claims this morning came in with a few less than expected as well. Ron says he still thinks that we're going to see a half point. Hold on, I got to pull this up. Still think we're going to see a half point, but you're weakening. And he agrees if the jobs report, it's all, here's the thing, y'all. We have so much riding on the September 6th jobs report, the next BLS jobs report. If it comes in weak like last month's, or this month, August with July's data, if the September with August data comes in as weak as we saw a couple weeks ago, then yes, the markets will be back to the races. We'll see another overreaction. However, if it does not show a weak labor market, if we do not see a weak labor market, then it's going to be the idea that the Fed can take a more gradual approach to cutting rates. Now, over the next year, are we going to see rates continue to creep lower? Yes. Are we going to see opportunities for refis like we saw, with those little windows? Yes. The best thing you could be doing right now is having your past clients, staying in touch with them, have them ready, tell them that you're monitoring their mortgage, we used to have some cute words for that, right? But basically you're managing their mortgage and that you're watching, and when the opportunity comes and you give them that point, that there may not be a lot of window and they're not going to have a lot of time to think it over. So right now is when you want to be pre-prospecting and having this conversation, because yes, we're going to see rates dip and you want to pick up loans during that, right? So keep that up. All right, my friends, let's see. Here we go. So anyway, I can turn this one back off. Then every time I change these little scenes, the bottom things change, which is a pain in the neck. Basically, I am moving into a locking stance because I think we're going to see rates continue to creep up. I just don't like the vibe that we're getting now. It looks like the optimism about Fed rate cuts is disappearing. Ron said the problem is the statistics BS report is always wrong. I would not risk my pipeline on that report. I agree. As of today, I'll be locking going into that report. I don't trust my business to the BLS data. And that is, let me pull that up so that everyone sees it. I mean, Ron, I'm with you 100%. And that's the thing is we get the PCE inflation data, y'all, on the 30th. But yesterday, the CPI data, we saw almost no market reaction to it. It was like, got a little bit better. So the PCE, you're going to see even less. So we don't want to float into August 30th looking for a savior there, because it's not going to happen. That puts us into that first week of September, where we're going to have Labor Day on Monday. Then we've got JOLTS data coming in. We're going to have the BLS, the data. We're going to have all that crap. So we got to worry about that stuff. that's why anything in 30 days at this point, based on what we saw with the CPI data yesterday, based on the reaction to retail sales data today, I'm changing my stance to locking anything that closes before the next Fed meeting, September 18th. Anything that's closing before the Fed meeting, I would lock it. It's just too much heartache and heartburn. There's too much riding on that September 6th date, and most loans that are in that 30 days are going to be like right up there. So keep that in mind. All right, my friends. Well, thank you for joining me. I think that's plenty and long enough. If today's helped you, do me a favor, help me tell other originators to jump on this. Sign up for our lock advice, the written emails at www.ratelockadvice.com. Sign up for our text alerts. They're $7 a month. I'm certainly not getting wealthy on those, but they do bring in some income. But those are really just to help you all. I mean, that's why I do it for $7. I could sell them for 27 and people would still say signed up. I don't think we'd lose a single member. If I raise the price and I could make 3 times what I make on it. I keep it cheap because I want it to just be something you don't have to think about, and everybody should sign up. So if you're not signed up for the text alerts, why not? All it does is protect your pipeline, and they're simple, clean, to the point. You're not going to get 19 of them during the day. You get one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and if sometimes one during the day if we think there's a lot of risk that you're going to have to worry about reprices. So keep that in mind and check those out. All right, my friends, and last but not least, check us out at originatorssuccess.com. This is what really keeps the lights on and pays the bills, and it's also what gets you the best results. I'm going to show you guys real quick because I want to, because I can. I'm going to show you some of our success stuff that we have. I lied because I can't get to my slide deck. Where's my slide deck? Oh, it's up here. Okay, hold on. There you go. Let's see. Come on. There you go. I'm popping that up here. I mean, take a look at this, y'all. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to show you here. I'll show you the one that was from 220 the other day that made me laugh. Hold on a minute here. Where did I do with that one? I don't know. All right. Anyway, go check it out. That's it. I'm done. Hammer out. Take care, everybody. Make it a great day. Bye-bye.